Okay, this movie was so damn good. This movie was so damn good. I I had to watch it twice. Oh boy. Fair warning everyone. There's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this one. Hello everyone, Dragon Souls here, and welcome to the very first review of movie review of Halloween Kills. Now, before we get into this movie, I want to give you a fair warning in the background. It is thunderstorming right now. In fact, I just got done watching this movie. After the movie was over with, I was listening to a live streamer named Tyrone Magnus. He was playing Horizon 2 Forbidden West. I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, but I was listening to it, and all of a sudden, after my movie ended, um, I was hearing some thundering. I thought it came from the game because I remember when I was playing it. It was like certain times you could hear thundering. So I thought maybe it was that. So after the movie's over, I shut the movie off. And then I took my headphones off, and that's when all of a sudden I heard it again. I saw a flash in the window, like, huh? I was like, maybe it's somebody driving by. And then all of a sudden, that's when I heard heard a thunder again. So I was like, okay. I had to turn everything off. I unplugged everything in just in case. Um, but I wanted to give a real massive shout out to the Redneck Nation Roberts for donating this code to me. And she sent this code to me. Um, she sent this code to me while I was still playing Horizon Forbidden West that day. I think, or it was Elden Ring. I'm not sure what game I was live streaming that day when she sent that to me. But however, um, this movie is gruesome. It's a massacre. It is bloody. I mean, it's he goes on. Michael Myers goes on a rampage, killing everyone in town. And I mean everyone in town. It's almost a ghost town now, because he went around killing everybody, and it's real brutal, really brutal. He went into these two guys' house that are gay, and they're getting high on drugs and everything and stuff. Um, the music in this movie is really fucking good. Really good. This movie is highly hum. It's Halloween. It's just the way they had that song going. And then these two gay guys' house, this guy was looks like he's in his boxers, Dan, sitting there getting high on drugs and stuff while he's sitting there dancing, and it's pretty. I mean, it's really pretty silly, but it was really good song at the same time. Um, Brutal kills. How Michael Myers goes around killing everyone. Now, at the beginning, they showed what happens in those other movies, and then it shows how how they supposed to how they set the house on fire to burn Michael Myers alive and kill him, and how they trapped him in there, how they trapped him in the house to burn him alive, okay, to kill him, and there, and then all of a sudden it showed him in the back of the truck, being rushed to the hospital to get some help, and the fire department comes towards them, and they said, "No, no, let him burn, let him burn." You know, they kept hollering, you know, and there the whole entire fire department goes in there and puts the fire out. But one of the fire guys falls through the floor and falls into the basement where he's at. And then all of a sudden, he hits the button to the emergency button to let them know that he fell in, that he needs help to get out of there. And all of a sudden, and then just when he sits there and says, "Mayday, Mayday, I'm down, you know, I need help, you know," and next thing you know, that's when the door opens up. It looks like a shed door opens up, a metal shed door opens up, and then and the guy's like, "Oh shit!" And then all of a sudden, you see Michael Myers unharmed, not even burned or nothing. Nothing. I mean, he's like he's immune to fire. They can't set him on fire, you know. So he goes off and kicks that guy in the face, you know, knocks him down, you know, and then he grabs the pork stick and he just kills him with it, you know, to kill and keep wailing on him, killing him, you know. And the guy's like, "Give me your hand, give me your hand," and all of a sudden, he's like, Michael Myers, little David's like, "Okay, I'll grab your hand." He's like, "Oh shit!" And he pulled him in, and it didn't show him kill him or not, nothing. It just pulled him inside there, and that's it. Shows Michael Myers coming out of the house, you know, uh, not even fire, no fire all over his body or nothing. It's like the fire's not. He's immune to it, you know. He can't be caught on fire or nothing, you know. It's just so perfect how they did this movie, you know. And all of a sudden, there's like, what the fuck was that? And then all of a sudden, they saw Michael Myers, and he was like, with a it looked like a pork stick in his hand, you know. And he was going around. He killed every fire department and the whole fire team that was there to put the fire out. He killed each and every one of them. It was a massacre. It was a massacre, and there and on that, you know, it showed that he chopped one cop's head off, barbecued his head, you know, and put it in a cop car, you know, and killed it one cop, you know, and the cop was still sitting in the car when he was dead, you know, and all that is gruesome and everything, you know. So then all of a sudden these people was going around trying to figure out where he's at, and if they can find him and they can kill him, you know. And these people find in the car that had guns and stuff. They was trying to, and they found these kids out in a park, and she was trying to tell them to get out of there and find out that Michael's right there and already killed one of the kids, a teenager. I think it was a teenager or something like that. I'm not sure, you know, but killed one of them. And then she told them the kids to get the hell out of there and don't look back, you know. And they did. They ran off and they got out of there, you know. And then that's when Michael went over there and done all that to them, and she said there and said, she's like, "Michael, this is for your doctor." She tried to pull the trigger, but the thing is, she'd already used all her bullets up, and she's like, "Oh shit!" She locked the door. She went like just here, and next thing you know, he just stabbed her multiple times, you know, killed her right there, you know. And then all of a sudden, this other guy was sitting there, you know, and he was choking him to death, trying to choke him out. He's like, and he had it look like he's like, are you fucking serious? You think that's gonna? You think you can choke me like that and kill me like that? Are you serious? Are you for real? He took the knife and shoved it right in his shoved it into him, killed that guy, and then all of a sudden, that's when the guy's wife came was outside, you know, and and she had a gun. She was shooting him and every Halloween movie they have idiots. Okay? In every Halloween movie, they have idiots. People who does not know how to use a fucking gun. They have people in Halloween movies that don't know how to aim a fucking gun, who don't know how to shoot a gun. Woman, he's right. He's right here, and they're shooting over here. They're shooting over here. They're shooting up here. And I'm like, where the fuck are they? Who the fuck taught them how to aim a gun? Who the fuck taught them how to shoot the fucking thing? Come on now, I can shoot better than that. You know, and then all of a sudden, and they showed it, and at the beginning, they showed how he was choking the cop, you know, and he told Michael to let his partner go. He wouldn't listen to him, wouldn't do it, you know. So he sat there and fired his gun, but in trying to shoot Michael, he actually shot him right there in the neck and killed his partner by accident, you know, and and all that stuff, you know, and then it I mean. It was so damn good. This movie is so damn good. I had to watch this movie twice. It was so damn good, and they nearly the whole town went after Michael, you know, and with Michael's niece. You know how Michael's been trying to kill his niece for so many years, so many times. Well, he came after her. He came after her and his niece's daughter, and her daughter had a boyfriend and her dad with her, and he told his son to stay in the truck. He told his son to stay in the truck and for her to stay in the truck, and she said no offense or anything, but this thing, he said, do me a favor, stay in the truck, and if you hear, and if I don't come back, honk the horn. If you see something, or if I don't come back, honk the horn. But to stay in the car. What happens? You hear one gunshot. That's it. And then all of a sudden they both get out of the vehicle and try to and see what's going on and see if his dad's okay. They couldn't find him anywhere, and he had a gun ready. She had her shotgun with her. He had a gun ready, and all of a sudden, there's blood had dripping on his hand. And he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Huh?" He said, "What the hell?" And he looked up there, and he's like, and that's when he finds his dad halfway, his body sticking halfway out of the body, out of the basement, or not the basement, but in the attic, folded up, dead. And he's like, he couldn't believe it, and that's when all of a sudden Michael comes out of nowhere, comes bursting out, and he tried to shoot him, but he couldn't because he already grabbed his gun. It was already too late, you know, and he fires it off. And he stabbed the guy multiple times, you know, and the guy's still alive somehow, you know. And all of a sudden, she goes off and yells at Michael and tells Michael to leave him alone, you know, and he beats the hell out of him and puts his head through things, you know, and and the boy's half dead, you know, and then all of a sudden she just says, Michael, come after me, motherfucker. Come after me, leave him alone. Come after me. So he's like, he says, okay, I'll come after you. And he walks downstairs. He sees that guy, and she says, no, leave him alone. Leave him alone. And then he goes off and he finishes the guy. He finished that boy off, and she's like, "No!" And then all of a sudden, he comes after her. He takes the knife and he tries to stab her. You know, makes it look like he's trying to stab her. You know, and she's holding it like this. She's holding it like this, and she's like, "Do it, do it!" You know, that's when her mom comes over there and stabs him with a pitchfork, you know, and knocks him down, and you're thinking, yeah, there you go. And all of a sudden she takes it out of him, you know, and then she stomps his head into the stairs, you know, like, and instead of doing it multiple times to make sure he's dead, she only stomps his head in the stairs once. I'm like, are you that fucking stupid? Seriously, are you that fucking stupid? If you want to seriously kill it, if you actually want to make seriously want to kill it and kill him, go ahead and keep doing it until where he's dead. All of a sudden, she instead of doing it, she goes off and grabs his hand and grabs his mask and pulls his mask off. You see his face. Them two sees his face, and then he goes off and gets up and grabs his knife. He walks out she walks out she walks backwards, you know, towards the street, you know, and he walks towards her, you know, and she's like, Mom, no. And she's like, and all of a sudden, he's like, come at me, Michael. You remember what you did to your sister years ago? You remember how you killed your sister years ago? Come at me, son of a bitch. And then she runs off with his mask, and he's sitting there just walking towards her, and she's like, "No, mother, no!" And then all of a sudden, he's walking, you know, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, she drops his mask in the middle of the street. He goes over there and grabs it. He goes over there and looks at it, and then all of a sudden, the car lights on different directions turns on, and she's like, "Gotcha!" And then all of a sudden, that's when they go up, and nearly the whole town goes off and beats the hell out of him, takes guns and shoots him, you know, and all that stuff. And then when it's all said and done, he goes off and says, "If you," he said, "Go ahead, go with your go and be with your daughter. We got this. We'll take care of this." And then all of a sudden, she goes off and she grabs a knife. Instead of taking that knife and putting it right through his fucking head like any person would fucking do, she goes off and stabs him right in the back with it. And then walks away. I was like, that is the most stupidest fucking thing I could have ever seen, you know. And all of a sudden, and that's when she was with her daughter, you know, and all that, you know. They had the ambulance out there, you know, ambulance and everybody out there, you know, to help them out, you know. And looks like they're going to take her daughter to the hospital after she got hurt and everything, and her leg looked like her leg broken, you know. And all of a sudden, the guy goes off, the cop goes off and takes a gun and walks towards Michael and tries to take the gun and pull the trigger and shoot him in the head and finish him off this time. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Michael gets up and kills. I mean, he goes on a rampage. He turns into something that no one's ever seen. He goes around killing everybody in the whole town. There was at least 50, if not, to me, it looked like it was like 50 fucking people. He was mad. He was on a massacre. He was going around on a rampaging massacre, killing everybody, and I mean everyone. And then a guy with a baseball bat and try to go up and hit him with it, you know, and he wanted to stabbing him and stabbing him with a knife, and then all of a sudden he goes up and he falls to the ground, and then Michael takes his baseball bat and hits him with it and keeps doing it, and until all of a sudden the baseball bat breaks in half, and then he takes the baseball bat and stabs him with it. And then that's it, and then all of a sudden it goes straight back to his two nieces, you know, and she's been they're taking her to the hospital, but they don't show that. They just show them getting a stretcher out there, getting her ready to put her in the stretcher to take her to the hospital, and it shows her mom going up the stairs and going up to the window where Michael usually stands at, you know, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she closes her eyes, and then and her mom's sitting there talking. Her mom, Jason's Michael's sister is the one is sitting there doing the narrating and talking, and says, when you close your eyes, you think it's all over and it's just a dream and none of it's real, and it's all over. You wait and you open your eyes, and there he is. And all of a sudden, she opens her eyes and she looks in the window and she realizes he's right behind her. Don't know how, don't explain. But he's right behind her, and she turns around and goes, ah! That's when he goes off and just stabs her multiple times. I mean, he just massacred, and he just stabs her multiple times, and kills her. You know, actually kills his niece on this movie, and you know, kills her off the show. You know, and by the time, and then all of a sudden, you hear a phone ringing, and next thing you know, it shows his niece laying on the ground, all bloodied, and a little bit of blood on the phone, you know. And next thing you know, it shows Michael's sister. She's at the hospital calling her daughter up to see if her daughter everything's okay and if they took care of Michael or not, you know. She wouldn't answer. She didn't answer it, and then all of a sudden, and the cop that was supposed to have gotten killed on the last Halloween movie because that damn cop went off and stabbed him in the throat. He survived, and he's on there, and he's like, well, and she's like, and all of a sudden he picks up the phone, and he's not saying nothing. He's just breathing. And she's like, and she looks at the camera, and she's like, I'm coming for you, Michael. And then she drops the phone, and then all of a sudden, she walks towards the bed, pulls the knife, and pulls the butcher knife out of the bed, and she's already got her clothes on and everything. It looks like it looks like she never got stabbed or nothing. You know, she's fully healed and everything. Got her clothes on. You know, she grabs the knife and she just walks out of the hospital. You know, with a knife in her hand. Nobody's questioning her about it or anything. You know, and then next thing you know, the show ends. It doesn't explain how. It doesn't explain how he got in there, knowing all them people was in front of the house. But here's so here's my theory, okay? Now, I heard, I looked at a video about this. I looked at a video about this because I was curious about this, you know. How did he get in there? does anybody knows about this? Does anybody can explain it? Well, somebody explained it and said they actually had to cut that part out. On the movie, it actually shows you how explains how he got in without them knowing it, without them knowing that he got in there in the house. But the only problem was that was going to lead into the new Halloween movie that's coming out, that they're making. So therefore, they totally cut it out. They totally cut that part out and explains how he got in the house. So that's going to be very interesting for them to show how in the hell he got in the house, and if there's still, and if his, if her daughter is still alive, the one that's supposed to be gotten in the wheel, got in the stretcher, and they're supposed to take her to the hospital and everything. Um, are they? Them people who still, it was in the front of the house. Are they still alive? Is her daughter still alive? Who knows? We don't know that. It just left a big question mark for the next movie. So that's going to be very interesting. And I will say this: of all the Halloween movies, I was rooting for them. I was rooting for them to kill Michael Myers. This movie, I was actually rooting for Michael Myers, going around killing everybody in town. I mean, on this movie he went all over town killing everybody, and this movie was so damn gruesome. It was so really damn good made. I loved it. I really enjoyed this movie, and it was so good. I had to watch it. Like I said, I had to watch it twice. So I'm going to give this movie 2 thumbs up. I'm giving this movie a grand solid 5 stars, motherfuckers. And I'm giving this movie another grand solid 10 out of 10, bitches. It is that damn good. And the music in this music in this movie is really fucking good. Really outstanding, way outdone, and I cannot wait until they make another Halloween movie. Because when they do, I am definitely going to be either renting or buying this movie, and I'll be watching it, and I'll be doing a review for that as well. Thank you all so very much for watching this movie review. Post your comments on this video. Let me know what you all think about this game and this movie review. If you enjoyed it, if you're new to this channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and share, and turn on all notifications. Now keep in mind, before I end this video, I got a fair warning with y'all, okay? Tomorrow, we're talking, it's supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow. So if it's thunderstorm, I'm going to be on the lookout. If it's thunderstorming, if it's thundering, if it's storming tomorrow, and if you don't see me live on stream at all tomorrow, or you check my channel, you can check my channel out, and if you don't see that I'm live at all tomorrow, then you know we're having a thunderstorm, and I'm not gonna be live streaming because of it. Okay, so thank you all so very much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you probably on Wednesday. As long as we're talking, it's not supposed to do anything Wednesday. So if it's not, I will definitely be back for some more Horizon 2 Forbidden West on the PS4. Okay? Dragon Souls, sign out.